What is going on, everybody? Well, sorry about that. I was just making sure that my audio was used correctly and everything. But yes, welcome back to another edition of Nani. The episode is the episode we're currently watching. Today we're talking about I was forgetting the number of episodes we are X, but nonetheless, though we are starting the Ghostblade arc. And when I was going online, when I saw the list of heroes and their premiere dates, this is probably after the ESO arc, and I see a lot of people are looking for the Ghostblade, and I did look up some of the information on him before his arc started, and basically when I heard it's like this guy doesn't have any emotions, he does not speak, he just does his job, and that's it, right? And so what I find very interesting in this arc is that we actually have Ghostblade actually narrate in the episode right there. Even though he can't speak, he'll narrate the whole entire episode, right? He like like he just started the episode. He's already killed somebody right there. He was raised in the butcher farm, not butcher farm, butcher family right there. People just cutting, people talking. Like I said, he didn't like to talk. People just talked a lot. He wasn't for the talking right there. He was just just doing his job, killing. And at times when I saw the little pig that he was like, like just seeing him with the pig just kind of freaked me out even more right there. I'm like, yo, man, not the pig. Like, if people don't, there's some people that don't eat pork in this one right there. In this episode, I just feel as though if you don't even eat pork, this episode would just even lead you more away towards pork health, even meat for that matter right there. But what I find so interesting is that now I don't know if this is I don't know if this is current or the past, but like we do see Big Johnny, arise, right? So I'm pretty sure Ghostblade's arc. I would think I'm pretty. Then again, the way how they do this episode is just so oddly orchestrated. It's like Big Johnny arrives. That's when Queen and Lucky Sam were driving on a little trip, right? You saw Big Johnny raking right there, and then Ghostblade's in that scene too, which he's on the front on the other side right there, but it's like Ghostblade, Queen, Cyan, and Johnny's all conflicted in one episode right there. So I want to say that's what's currently going on right there, but I said we get into Ghostblade's past. I don't know. It's kind of odd for how this episode's going, right? And so, like I said, he was all about just killing the butcher. Like I said, just being quiet, doing his job, right? And it says that okay, there's this app that lets get you famous or some shit like that, right? And so he uses that internet that this app right there, of him just chopping, because he wanted to be an assassin. He already wanted to be an assassin from the start right there, right? And so this app does grow its popularity right there, and the lady says, I'm going to manipulate the crowd, manipulate the fans and whatnot. And, eventually he did get a visit from AMG saying that would you want to work, would you want to become a hero? And he said that Alvar being an assassin right there. Assassin just does the job done, doesn't say the word, just kills people and then be on the way, right? And so I said he was making money, he was killing people right there. I said this is his enjoyment. I would assume, right? And so he also found in love with somebody, a girl named Zhang. From actually, from one of his missions right there, he was getting ready to kill this one gangster, and he was getting ready, kill this one lady who took out his house right there. Which, by the way, this girl had no emotion at all. She was just completely just chill on her phone and everything, right? And Ghost was able to kill him quickly, like bang, right? And so it is just an odd relationship, but nonetheless, though, they fell in love, and even when they were exchanging their vows right there, they're using their phones to he was using, remember, he can't talk, so he was using his phone to to exchange, like pretty much using his phone to communicate, right? And so they get married. And mind you, also remember in the World Tour X, right? When you're a hero, most of the time you have to sell part of your soul, right? Like you had to take something away from you, right? And so I think he says as he gained his ability, his ability to talk, his ability to communicate, right? Like it was in exchange for wanting to become an assassin, right? And so Zhang does become pregnant, and he tells we should get our family together, move in together, right? He, like I said, she knows he can't talk, but like he's trying to get the words out of his mouth right there, pause, but like he just couldn't communicate right there. Like I said, he was not happy because all the memories of his his past, being everyone being all talkative and stuff like that. He didn't like that, right? And so what we found interesting is that his daughter actually turned out to be Long from Loli's friend and Loli's arc right there. Because we're wondering like, what is Ghostblade's obsession with this girl, right? And quite honestly, Ghostblade, like, he doesn't even look all that old. Ghostblade looks kind of like our age right there. I'm like, dang, how like I said, he was watching over his daughter, he was just watching over his daughter and everything, right? It's also with in the episode, like I said, he lost getting his powers. He lost the ability to express emotions right there. Like I said, this is like a great sacrifice, to become a hero in Ghostblade's world, right? And so he's been watching, his daughter was saying all this time, right? And so he tried to give, his daughter a gift, right? And then it was like, she's an adult now. This it's not gonna mean anything to her. You don't know anything about her. For all you know, you're dead to her. Which she did say, to Lily, my father's dead. And so yeah. And so like I said, we come to the she what's funny is that in that alley, right, when Lily fights Ghostface, he thinks that that someone says to Lily, right? But he doesn't know that he is the villain. He thought that Lily was the villain, that's was watching her wrong, right? Until he takes off gets the mask off her. He's like, wait, a child? Like, what's going on right now? I'm the wrong one right now. And so he runs away, but he's still watching over Wong, right? He sees that Loli is the one that's like inspiring him, becoming her best friend and whatnot, growing and whatnot too as well. But he also texts that she's also the reason why she's against me. She doesn't want to do me right there. He thinks that Loli is the villain, and it is. Remember when Ghostblade says every time I kill somebody, I'm right, they're in the wrong right there. Where it's like him having the narrative in his mind saying whoever I killed is the villain. That could be like his downfall as well. Because like I said, anyone I killed, they're the villain. I'm the good guy, right? He's not seeing that hey bro, like I understand you're looking for your daughter, but you're becoming like the bad guy because you're not seeing how creepy you are and how creepy you are, right? And so yeah, as a Ghostblade, like I said, him not having voice right there is like he's like losing the ability to grow with his daughter right there, and it's sad. It's honestly sad, but the episode pretty much ends with remember how last episode Loli's father was granted permission to check on that crash site, right? And so Rock says, hey, have Ghostblade accompany you right there. So yes, we need all the pressure that we can get, right? I'm saying to myself, okay, so Rock is gonna support this guy, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't trust Uncle Rock. Like after how Isso's arc was, I don't trust Uncle Rock at all. So I'm like, yeah, I don't know about this right now, but we gotta see. But like I said, man, Ghostblade is a cool character right there, but like I said, him becoming an assassin, having the stress value, but not having the ability to to talk, not having the ability to feel any emotions right there, that's a great price to pay right there. That is very, like I said, he just lost I wouldn't say losing the ability right there, but like he lost the chance to actually grow with his daughter right there, learn more about his daughter, and it's like, oh man, that's a big sacrifice that Ghostblade has to pay. But hey, never say never, I mean, if he doesn't become a hero anymore, he could use that time to actually spend time with his daughter and spend time with Zhang, and actually being able to talk, right? Because I said, Ghostblade, man, is a very serious strong character, especially in the beginning right there. I said, to my job, I kill, but I mean, we're gonna see how emotions will get tested throughout this arc right there. So we got 2 episodes left right there, man. I'm curious to see how it ends. But so hey, folks, let me know what you guys think about this Ghostblade. See your favorite character so far. Even though we got 2 episodes to go, let me know in the comments below. This video, like, subscribe, you're part of this family, and be sure to follow my social media accounts in the description box below. And always remember, Chico say, everybody, there's no such thing as life better yours. Have a good night, buddy. Take care.